可以啊，没问题。那你和 Jason 这边不是在一起的是吧？
不是，我们是
OK，
是做投资的，房产投资的
OK，
贷款，今天有些方面更有帮助。
对呀。
我们先放一下，我们再开始。
Hello， 大家好，我是舒适置业的创始人。
Two laptops always.
我老家是山东的，
我经常去，以前我在国内的时候经常去山东，江青的故乡。啥地方？江青故乡？
上海。他还真不知道，他是
诸城的，哎，青岛地区，潍坊地区，诸城，北京的。
我从加入舒适置业的第一天，就有机会参与到公司独一无二的卖房体系中。苏、Jason 和珊娜每个都非常的积极和努力，给了我们每个人很多帮助。我很喜欢舒适置业。
Oh, he understands, no problem. I understand Nick. When Nick talks, I understand it.
数字独特的一对一培训，让我受益匪浅，在舒适的几个月，领着自己多种文化体能的成长。
我经常会在公司群里面看，是否有适合自己的例子来带。我觉得这种互相合作、互相竞争的风气，能让每个人都燃起斗志、打起精神。
舒适置业跟大方地区几乎每个开发商都有合作关系，我们是 VVIP 白金代理。
Smartsoul 唔算係一間分成最低嘅公司，但勝在有你。Smartsoul 性價比高，勝在我哋 lead 到。
我们拥有最系统的学习平台、最实战的课程、最高效的内部交流体系。
Nothing is impossible。舒适置业欢迎你，加入我们吧。
Okay, that's it. So that's just a quick overview of Smartsold. I saw a couple of new faces. So welcome everybody to attend today's Smartsold VVIP training session. We are targeting for most realtors, real estate agents. Some of them are our own agents, but there's still some from some other brokerages.
Okay.
So we are open for the whole community. And today we are very pleased to have York Region Officer Yun and Michael to have a session with us today and to give us not just training but also some information. Oh, welcome. Take a seat.
喂，大家有在线的吗？没有声音啊。
Okay.
Nick,
马上
your mother called me.
好。
Okay. So let me stop sharing of this screen and I'm gonna turn the table to Michael. Okay.
Nick, you're not gonna stand up?
Yeah, sure. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right, so let's throw that up. There we go.
Hey, online guys, can you hear us? Can you see the shared screen as well?
No, we can't.
You should be able to see it right now.
There we go.
Yeah, I think online guys, you can see the screen right now, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Okay. Now.
Can you see the screen?
I think so. Let me check. Anybody on the online? Can you see the screen?
Yes, we can see.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Good morning. Good morning. So I'm Detective Constable Michael Hopkins. I've been with York Region Police for 24 and a half years, 25 years. In this unit, I've spent the last 8 years investigating financial crimes. So with me is my colleague and highly decorated police officer, investigator, Nick Young. Introduction, Nick?
Yeah, I've been with the York Region Police for 21 years, and I'm in this unit for maybe 7 years.
Yeah.
So that's my second round. Your second round as well. You'll come to the third round.
I'm coming to my third,
Yeah,
if I want to stay here.
Yeah. So it's a good unit here, and we investigating a whole bunch of frauds related incidents. And this is a senior investigator, so that is why today he's gonna give you some knowledge about what do we do.
So our presentation overview is like who we are, what we do, the current scams or schemes that we see, self-help with some resources and some questions, right? We try to gear, when Nick was asking me prior to this, to gear towards real estate fraud. There is a little component in here of real estate fraud, what we do regards to like title takeovers, fraudulent scams on mortgages. There's a lot of collusion that has to be involved in that because you have yourself at a level, at a real estate level. The broker will on task, you'll have financiers, you'll have bank staff involved. That is a quite elaborate scheme, which we're well organized, which we deal with at a larger level. We have, I'll show you. So we have a specialized unit under the Organized Crime and Intelligence Services, right? So everything we deal with is organized crime. It is well organized. 2 or more, the criminal code allows you 3 or more persons is considered organized, all right, by law, right? So when we look at that, we also look at, I don't think anyone, when Nick and I have investigated in the last decade in our unit of singular crimes against persons in York Region. It's all been organized, and it's a different top-down, a traditional organized crime group would be the president, let's say this, and then it goes out into a triangle. We're seeing more now of a cell or operated organization. So you would be one cell, you would have one contact yourself with that other cell. So you'd be individualized. So you really, you throughout the organization wouldn't know who was doing the other parts of fraud. You'd be doing the exact same fraud, right? Same crime scheme, but you'd be the contact person from the other one, right? So it makes it very difficult for us to investigate because it's not the traditional hierarchy of organized crime. To give you a little bit of proof, right? So we have 25 officers and growing. We've actually established a crime analyst, right? So that person is Andrew, who is now collaborates and talks to other police organizations through Ontario and Canada to see what the levels of criminality, what scams, what schemes, and we talk about our suspects. So no longer is Steeles Avenue a cutoff from Toronto to York regards to, well, we don't do any crime in York Region. We only do crime in Toronto. Or we only do crime in Peel compared to, it's all over. It's cross-border, cross-provincial, interprovincial, and cross-Canada. And now we're dealing with international. So the people that you deal with, criminal-wise, might not even be here. And Nick's dealt that with Ottawa through Interpol at a quite extent of our suspects, and sometimes even our victims are not even here in Canada, right? So that's what you'll have to deal with when you're dealing with fraud and if you guys get involved and you're a victim of a fraud, that suspect might not even be here. Because welcome to the digital age, like we're doing now, we're doing a Zoom meeting, and I can contact you to do a proposal or a purchase of a product or a land and I'm not even here, physically not here. So the question comes to us, sorry to get off topic, but I'm so elaborate. The question comes is that person here? And can I charge that person in the province of Ontario or in Canada? Sometimes not. Because where is he located? Oh, he's in the Philippines, or she's in the Philippines, or they're in mainland China, they're in Taiwan, or they're in Brazil, or they're in Mexico. Right? That's where we see a lot of our stuff that we investigate. It's all overseas. Of course, we have many numerous languages spoken in extensive policing professional backgrounds. Both Mandarin, a little bit of Cantonese, right? The big thing came into Fujianese. So Mandarin, Cantonese, Fujianese in that language. Other languages, Russian, what else we have in our group? Iranian, Farsi.
A lot.
I'm just trying to think. Well,
Hindi, Punjabi.
Hindi, yeah, Hindi. Amalak, right? Amalak was Hindi. A lot of different, we have different cultures, and that's what York Region's all about. Like you have these different types of ethnicities throughout. Mine's Eastern European, so Popolsko Russian. We have that portion, right? So we kind of, in our office, we kind of pick on each other's, and our bosses know our strong points and who we have to deal with. So I rely on Nick a lot. I have a lot of Asian content in my portfolio, in my victims or clientele, as you should call them. You're my clientele, and I usually come up to Nick. A lot of my clientele do speak English and broken English, right? But we get through it. I can understand, and I will try my best. So part of that portion is we have an asset forfeiture unit and a proceeds of crime. And this falls under you. So those are guys that actually, when we do our investigation and we do find money from that scam, they're the ones that provide with the documentation to seize those funds, right? Because that's the best part of my job is you come as a victim and you come to us and you say, okay, I've lost $250,000, I lost $1 million in a scam. How do I get it back? So my job, unfortunately, is to find the criminal, and the good portion of my job is to say, here, Nick, I found, unfortunately, out of the $1 million you've invested, I was only to find $250,000 because the rest has been used in a very timely manner. If you sit on it more than a couple days, that money's gone through different venues. So what we do, the Financial Crime Unit is a specialized unit, operates under the umbrella of the organized crime. I talked about it before, and we investigate major incidents like fraud, identity theft fraud, counterfeit currency, social assistance fraud, payment card fraud, especially related to organized crimes.
So what kind of qualification do you need to work at the Financial Crime Unit? What kind of qualifications?
What qualifications?
Yeah. Do you need to work at that?
I'm breathing. I'm just joking. All right. So, background of my qualifications: I have a university degree in criminal biology, with a law degree. I started my career in like 2001, 2002. I've been all over the world. I used to work in the mortgage, we used to use the banking industry prior to that, and doing security and all that stuff. So that's my background. I spent probably 11 years in uniform as a uniform patrol, doing everything before really kind of gearing that. And then once you gear yourself into this criminal organization of financial crimes, it's courses through the organization you'll learn, and it's always learning, right? So you've got to be really well adapted to numbers. Your mindset of your mind is, unfortunately, we are very cognizant. We don't really, do we trust people? We ask a lot of questions, right? Because being in fraud and learning today, you're going to start questioning everything that you see, right? Everything you see online, YouTube's, WeChat, Signal, everything you see through Facebook is going to be questioned. That's what I want. At the end of this, I want you to question that. And that's how you're going to protect yourself, right?
First, you need to be a police officer. And
oh, yes,
like
that's
he
it.
said, all the police officers in Canada start patrolling on the road. Doesn't matter your education, doesn't matter what you did before. You have to push the cruisers, write the tickets, go answer the 911 calls first, and then after he said 11 years or 5, 6, 7 years, you will start pick your directions where the next step you want to go, and then he picked the financial crimes.
And you got to really love what we do. Like you guys love what you do. Nick and I love what we do, right? Because you have to have a passion for it. Because really, it's very mundane and because we have a lot of victims. People don't realize frauds is on the uptake in Canada. It's in the multi-millions, hundreds of millions of dollars a year that happens.
But you have to continue update your knowledge, right?
Yes, he'll update. So there's the knowledge of this.
Trainings.
Yeah.
A lot of training.
A lot of training. So you have this the scams portion. So you're upgrading your stuff on the scams portion, but then it's the legal portion. What has changed in the legal system in a little while? What has changed in regards to fraud or identity fraud? That has changed, right? What has changed in cyber fraud? We're going to quickly go over some of the fraud trends that I've seen. The CRA scams, we all know those. And grandparents, lotto. We have, of course, that's the cyber scams, telemarketing scams, text messaging, emails, and identity. And the last one will be the mortgage portion, right? CRA scams, we've all dealt with those. I don't know if you've dealt with a CRA scam. Someone calling you up saying, hey, this is CRA. CRA doesn't arrest you. If we tell you 100% they will not arrest you. They will either, one thing they will do is if you're a tax-paying member like Nick and I, they'll just garnish your wage, or they'll do an investigation, and let's say, that's why a lot of people put their houses in numbered companies, right, in businesses, right, and this, you look at me with a smile, it's true, right, and that's how we find out that's the way to protect that asset, all right, from the CRA, because it's now, and we've had in our investigations, just when we're working on a project now, that our investigations led us to all the houses that are involved in our accused or suspects are owned by corporations. And it protects the corporation. I'm not telling you what to do, just say that that's what happens, but you probably already know this. Yeah, CRA will never arrest. We've been there for 20 plus years and have never done an arrest. They'll just seize everything. They'll seize assets. They'll see that. They'll do FinTrack. They'll do all that stuff on you. And then we'll never, please, like I said this, and we've dealt now, Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. Bitcoin's more of a, this is more of a facial that it's usually cryptocurrency, gift cards. CRA doesn't take gift cards, right? But people do fall for this, right? In that heat of the moment, people do fall for these things, and just hang up the phone. Grandparents and Nick says you guys don't fall for this.
No.
Why?
Do you know anyone knows this grandparent scam?
You don't know? Nick, you said they don't fall for this.
No. There's no Chinese.
Why don't you fall for
no Chinese victims?
Oh, that's good.
So they call you, they said, okay, they pretend to be the grandson, granddaughter, and said, oh, grandma, I was arrested. I need some money to bail me out. And no Chinese victims.
Very good.
Because in Chinese, the grandparents from father's side, mother's side, there are different names.
Yeah.
So different wording. And also, plus the dialects,
Yeah.
Cantonese, Mandarin, Shanghainese, or whatever, they have a different way of calling.
Oh.
So when the grandparents heard the names,
Yeah.
she knows that that's not my grandson, because my grandson never ever called me that. So there's no way the suspect can guess it right. No way. Even the Chinese native speaking, they cannot guess that right. There's no way. So that is
now
why
I've just learned something.
that is why in Chinese, so if he calls someone,
Yeah.
they said, no, you're not the guy. You're not my grandson. You're not my granddaughter.
It falls like it still falls right now. We still have a lot of this in the other parts of the community and different cultures. We still have this.
Yeah.
And
So
it's
they call
like,
grandpa.
yeah,
They very
grandpa,
low
grandma.
voice. They say, "Oh, are you David? Yeah. I got arrested by the police, and I drank too much and impaired, and I need some money.
Yeah,
Don't
and the
tell
lawyer,
my mom. Don't
and
tell my dad."
they'll be quite elaborate too. Like they'll
Yeah.
have, hold on, let me put you through counsel, and they'll have an attorney. You'll call an attorney will call in on this three-way line like we're doing now. Like, oh, yep, no, this is counsel for your son, and
pretend to be the
bail
lawyer.
set
Yeah.
for $3,000. It's very minimal amounts too. They're not elaborate. It's like if you've ever been to the court process, a bail now is set at $10,000. For a lawyer to show up for your criminal proceedings, they'll ask for a retainer, and the retainer is not $2,000 or $3,000. A retainer now, if you know lawyers, is $5,000 to $10,000. Minimum, sometimes $10,000 is the minimum retainer. For a criminal thing, for an impaired operation, is a minimal $10,000. It's $25,000 it'll cost you for if you got caught for an impaired in York right now to get a lawyer for legal advice and legal help is $25,000 minimum. I'll tell you that right now because that's what we got told. So, but they usually shoot for the $3,000, but it doesn't happen in the Asian community. They're safe.
Yeah. Nobody
Did I say something wrong?
He's tired of that.
Oh.
How much is the bail?
So usually say
this all
so
depends.
to like a normal impaired. We just did an impaired a while back, and I talked to the legal counsel. He charges a $25,000 fee, upfront.
Oh, okay. And part of that gives
The
part
court?
of that is used as bail, right?
Yeah. So in our scams, the scammer or the suspect will never ask for that amount because they just want the quick and dirty. They want the $3,000 or the $5,000. Like I've done $4,000. I've had parents travel to because it was one I dealt with. It was in Montreal. He got arrested for impaired operation of motor vehicle. There was an accident, and then there was actually legal fees, and then also medical fees on top of that. My victim's father lived in Aurora at the time, and took a flight to Montreal. Emergency, Uber to Pearson, emergency, Air Canada to Montreal, trying to get a hold of his son, can't get a hold of him. Finally gets a hold of him. Dad, what are you talking about? I'm in London at school. So that cost him $4,000 for the legal fees. It cost him another $1,200 for the flight there, $1,200 back. And the Uber was, I can't remember what the Uber was, he said to me. And like, it was like $6,000 or $7,000 it cost this guy for not making that. So that, it does fall, it happens, not in this group, which is fabulous.
By the way, some knowledge about the bail money. Bail money, either anyone trying to go court to bail someone out, you won't pay the court. The court, you only show the court you have that money.
Oh, okay.
If the suspect won't breach the condition, court doesn't want the money. All right, unless someone you bail out breach the condition, and the court will take the money at that time. Right? So a lot of Chinese lawyers, they think bail money is bail money. They pay the lawyer for the bail money, and they keep that. So
Yeah.
even the case is over, they keep that bail money. They say,
Yeah.
okay, you paid $3,000, $5,000 to bail the guy out, give me the money. All right? They keep that money as part of their income.
That's in the Asian community. They
Bail money, you won't pay the court. The court won't take the money unless
it's not a
breach the
physical
condition.
as in the States, because
Yeah.
that's the problem when you have the States is actually that $5,000 or $10,000. It's actually the $10,000. You have to have the physical $10,000. Here we just look at we looked at your records. You gave me your bank records. Oh, it shows $10,000, but
Okay.
right before it, you see a $10,000 entrance or a debit into your account for $10,000. You don't show me that as a judge. I just see the $10,000 there. But technically, I got the $10,000 from you, and it comes in, right? This is how the fraud happens.
So you just need to show your bank account to the judge is fine, right?
Through a lawyer,
Yeah,
the crown
throughout
attorney.
either bank, the records, or your certified checks shows that you have that amount of money. The court will say, yeah, okay.
Certified check to who?
No, you don't need to write the check
You don't need
to
to write the
anyone.
check.
Yeah.
You show the proof that
You just
you
got to
have
show
that money.
proof.
Proof.
And it can be anything.
Anything.
Any document. It doesn't even have to be real. How is that?
Thank
How
you.
I can go down there to learn. It doesn't even have to be a true document.
Yes.
It could be a fraudulent document, which you can go online now. And Nick and I have done this. And I have another guy, little keyboard warrior, type up. You can find fraudulent documents, banking documents, employment documents. We're investigating now where money's going in and the employment dockets for social services for York are all fake. We all make the same, and it's funny because in our investigation, we're seeing the same document or same letterhead through different suspects, right? A lot of scams. You guys, sorry, this is the Asian community gets hit most of this one.
You win big money.
You win big money. Nick, I don't know why people think that you can always win.
Yeah.
This is where I have a hard time grasping my head around legitimate lotto scams and the community. Right? So Nick, you know more about this than I do, right? Because
You don't win.
I don't win. No one contacts me from the Asian community saying, hey, I won $2.1 million. Yeah. But then I have to pay.
So how does it work? I want to learn how does it work.
Nick,
You win the money, and then you have to pay the money first to get the money out.
How?
Yeah, because you win $2 million,
Yes.
but if you want to get the money, you have to pay the tax first. And then you pay tax, you get your $2 million. So if you pay like $20,000, $30,000, so you will get the money.
But I pay
And
tax
then-
to CRA, not to.
No, they have to seize the tax first. So like the money is
He's
from
smart.
Hong Kong, the money from whatever, Singapore.
St. Andrews, that's why.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then you have to pay the money because according to the law of Hong Kong, you have to pay the tax before they can release the money. After you pay the tax, they'll say, oh, by the way, this is only for the membership. So you're not the member yet. You have to pay the membership fee to get the money released. After you pay the membership fee, they said, by the way, we invest your $2 million to a casino in Singapore, then only in the Macau, and we make more money. Now it's worth $3 million. You have to pay everything all over again. But yeah, a lot of people, they paid over $200,000. They still cannot get their $2 million back.
So I don't know, it hits the Asian community harder than any other community. Yeah. I don't know why it does that. And I have asked Nick, like, why we look at these cases and they're like,
That means you're winning the lottery somewhere else, not in Canada.
no.
Correct.
Huh?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I know, would you be classified as a pyramid scheme? At some point, I think a couple we looked at was you put money in, you put money in, and everyone knows what a pyramid scheme, right, is?
Yeah.
And you'll have to build up levels. You know, okay,
Yeah.
that's a whole other topic. We'll talk about pyramid scheming. Okay, so here's a simple, how's this play?
Just click again.
You can use your.
You click
Which
again.
one?
You just click. You just click.
I don't know. Can try.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
There's no sound, right? No.
No, I don't have any speakers on
Oh.
my thing.
Oh, you don't have screen.
No.
Anyways, when you start sharing, you close that. Close everything. Close your share. Stop the share. And then share that again. Hold on. Where is the share screen? Here. Click share. Yeah. Click this too.
Oh,
Yeah. Both of them.
both.
Yeah. And then restart. Click this one. Share this one.
This one.
Oh, that one? Sure. Share that one. And then click that to see if you can hear it. No?
I think there is one thing here I need to change.
Oh, that right there, yes. It's 100%. It's going to the projector, whoever the projector is.
Yeah. No.
Oh, going to the project.
That's what it said, yeah.
Oh, I hear that, but sounds is very low.
Someone-
One more. Let me try one more time. Stop sharing. I need to use the laptop speaker, I think.
Okay. You don't share the sound, they cannot hear that. You have to share the sound.
Right?
Yeah, you have to share sound so the people in the Zoom they can hear that.
But here, no, still no voice. I don't know.
How about the?
It's open.
Do you have speaker? Do you have speaker here? Or you have this speaker?
No, we don't have speakers.
No.
Sorry,
How about
but
that
Usually
speaker
we
over
use
there?
the laptop speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're
Yeah.
we're on a budget.
Do you no? Do
We're
you
on a
have
budget. We don't have speakers.
Do you have the sound up?
No, it's open now.
It's open.
No. It's how about the volume? Where is that? Where is that?
Or maybe you can share the link later to me. So.
Yep. Okay. So we don't have them. Hundreds of thousands of dollars goes out on a lotto scam, right? Happens here. To talk about that, you'll see the video go on. But I want to talk about how are you contacted? How is the Asian community contacted usually, Nick? When you talk about, this is the way of the communication. So to protect yourself.
Phone, emails, and sometimes it's through the flyers as well.
Yeah.
And WeChat, all that thing.
Oh, there you go. That's all I wanted to say right there. He
All the
nailed it.
social media.
WeChat. Right? WeChat is a huge, our group is very, and Nick talks about that. WeChat is one of the big forms of communication with the Asian community. Right? That's another thing. YouTube, WeChat, Signal has come up in another base,
WhatsApp.
right?
WhatsApp stuff.
I wish it can play because it gives you the background. He thinks he's won the lottery, and that could be anyone, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on now? Are we back up to? Oh,
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah. All right.
perfect. Digital marketing. Those are a nice set of Nikes. All right, so I just want to go into this a little bit because it's buy and sell. We've dealt with this before. My main take from this one is when buying and selling stuff, please meet with the person, view the stuff that you're meeting, right? Don't give money ahead advance. Like people ask you for a deposit. Oh, you want to buy that? Buy it, right? When purchasing online, never mail or check, money order, pay with credit card, or use an online payment system, PayPal, whichever is secure. That's probably what it is. Be very cognizant because we have that going on. Cybercrime is the credit card information, of course. Everyone gives that coming out. Text messaging, this is another huge one that's hitting the Asian community again. You'll get text messages or email scams that, like here, right? Track your package. Hi, your package is in. And unfortunately, in this stage, we get a lot of emails. We get a lot of packages. Amazon, Temu, Alibaba Express, Alibaba, or what other ones are huge from that over that we've seen, where you think you get shipments, but they're not, and it'll match the same. The codes and all stuff will match the same. You'll click on it, and it's not. You're right, and it'll redirect you to a site, and there'll be a service fee, and you'll pay your Visa with service fee. It's so elaborate and so organized, right? From that, right? These are the older ones, right?
Yeah.
Like Netflix, restart your membership. That's right. Canada Post. They're going to go on strike soon, anyways. Again, so really about that. But more like it's just that we're seeing a lot of these. Where do you get that information from? It was a text message, it was an email, right? And I'm waiting for a package from Temu. I've ordered stuff from overseas. Don't be fooled by emails, text messages you may receive the bank and organizations before you do anything. Like, it's a scam, right? Or call us. That's why I said we always take calls, and I'd rather take a call, preventative call, than you guys calling me later on saying, hey, I've just lost X amount of dollars. Slow down. Do not click any links to open attachments. That allows the links and attachments also allow malware to be intercepted, right? So same with your realtor here. Happens in a lot of businesses where there'll be a malware attack or ransomware placed into your server, right? And it shuts everything down. So your whole client list is now been locked down until you pay that money, right? And then you'll pay the money, and sometimes they're the scammer or they have a little bit of conscience, and they'll release that information. Usually not. Usually, do not intercept just names and exact words. Here we go.
There we go.
Oh, hi, thanks for showing up.
Yeah.
No, that's good. Grab a seat, please. You missed everything. We're almost at the end. Real estate mortgage schemes. Title changes without ownership's knowledge or consent, or additional mortgage taken out of the property can occur. Title insurance can help protect legal fees for property owners. So this is a very well organized. Like when we talk about mortgage frauds and we talk about mortgage schemes, it's organized. No doubt about it. You just can't have one person pulling off a title or mortgage fraud. So I put to you, what in your occupation, what do you think, or who would be in a mortgage fraud? What individuals, right? What do you think? Who would be in that? If you titles, like, so you're realtors, right? Mm-hmm. Prime one, number one, because you gotta pick up on properties, right? You gotta know the properties. You gotta do a title search on the property, right?
Yeah.
So then what's your next step? What do you have to change that title? Oh, there you go. And what does your lawyer got to do? What are the requirements a lawyer must do when? Pardon?
Verify the client.
There you go. What he said? Sorry, go ahead. 2 identifications. So we got to verify the client. So we have a realtor. Unfortunately, the realtor is not on board because he's got to be doing the title search, and on the title search, he's got to find the property. He's got to give that information to someone. Usually the bad guy. There's someone up here. There's someone up there. I always say there's someone got to be up at the top here. Who's going to be making the money? So as a bad guy, as the head honcho, I've got to have all my players, and you guys are my players. I've got a real estate broker that's not on the up and up. Sorry, I don't mean to point you out, right? But I just like you because you're holding this thing. Or I've got you. You're not on the up and up. And you're willing to look that other way because I need you to pull titles for me. I don't want to pull titles in my name, right? Going to the Red Land Registry House, and it's all online too. But you got to remember that. It used to be back in the days, which was a little easier to do the title searches because you would just show up at York Region Courthouse, and here on Eagle Street, right? That was for us. That's where land registry was, right? And you just go in there and like you pay your $7 or $9, and you go, okay, I need to get this done. Okay, here you go, done. Or you had someone dirty or cognizant of what you were doing, and they would just pull it for you, right? Without any trace or any, because you could trace who pulled that land registry back then. They wouldn't put it in the system. They would just pull it. And they pull all the title information, right? Because that's the first step. I need to find out who's got title ownership of that lot, right? Because that's the first step to going down, doing that side. The second step, from as a realtor point of view, I need a lawyer. I need someone to verify. Well, not really verify, because no one's showing up. Honestly, no one's showing up. It's going to be a straw buyer, right? What you mean by straw buyer? That person. Okay, I'll give 2 instances. That person has come to Canada on a visitor's visa. And it actually exists in physical form. That's the buyer. Or the other portion doesn't exist. And it's just a fictitious name that I've made up, right? So those are the 2 things we've seen before in our investigations. The person doesn't exist, and he's come here on a flight, and he's been here. We actually have physically he has a driver's license and all that stuff. However, he's no longer here. He's just here for a 3-month stint, 90 days on his visitor. Hi, how are you doing? Oh. Come on in.
Okay.
Oh, grab a
We
seat
have
right
chairs
here.
over there.
So we've had 2 investigations go where we had the synthetic identification. It's called like synthetic identification person, or the physical person that's here on a short term, and unfortunately, he's brought to Canada to do this. He's not brought to Canada to go visit his relatives and all that stuff. He's brought here to commit real estate and mortgage frauds. All right, so again, I'll put it to you. So we've got the realtor as a player. We've got a lawyer. And what else do we need?
We need a victim.
Of course, we need a victim, right? We need a property that that is entitled, that is usually what? Nick sometimes has a structure. I like the ones with no structure. Right? Yeah, and multiple owners. I love those ones. Right? Harder to trace, harder to track down, harder to confirm even a fraud has happened. Because then I think about it, if I just contact you, you have one house, it's just one person to contact. So if you don't know about the fraud, you can't report it. Mm-hmm. If I've got a large land portion, right, that's under mortgage, and usually they are, it's through a numbered company and all that stuff, it's a lot harder to confirm who owns that property, right? So then going on now, so I don't have to get off on a tangent. The next portion is, right, so you've got that, you've got the real estate, you've got the lawyer, you say victim. Who else do you need?
A lender.
Who said that?
Bank or lender.
What do you know? What's your name? Oh, just joking. Take his name down. Take his name down. You need a lender. You need a broker. Right? Are you going to go to a first rate platform like the mainstream banks, or will you go to a secondary lender? That's going to be the question, right? Right? That's going to be the big question, and we've in our investigation is who do you go to? Because you'll need that lender to finalize everything off. And then back to lawyer, of course, and then back to the realtor, and then I'm contacted with you because I'm the big head angel and I need my cut. I want my money. I'll give you a little piece of everything. I'll give you a percentage. You get your cut for doing your job, right? What we see more now is that it's not reported because you don't even know about it. Because when we talk about those corporations, right? There's so many people in that corporation. So I might buy a number corporation, I might buy that property. There might be 30 of us as an investment because we could all get the write-offs at the end of a CRA. Just saying, we do our job and to see why you do this, why people are investing in property, and where do we see the loopholes or the problems we see. So we have everything. We've got the realtor, we've got a lawyer, we've got a broker at charge, we've got a victim now, and now we have a lender, right? So those are your big things, and it happens. All organized, no individual, harder to trace. Now my question is, I explained it to you in the last, let's say 10 minutes. Taking it to a crown attorney or a lawyer to explain is going to be the next difficult part we're having. So this is where we have major difficulty, is explaining what happened and proving, I'll be honest with you, proving that this is important, and it's all going to be in the paperwork, right? The question is the suspect that put the title in, is he real? Is he still here? Or is he fictitious? So it's a very elaborate.
Yeah, because when you guys are in this business, you know the process.
Yeah.
So for this kind of a real estate or mortgage frauds, the suspects or the people who is doing this frauds know the system very well. So what he is talking about, the steps, all this kind of steps, all parties involved, they know the whole process. You know how to make the sales of the real estate. You know how to get the mortgage. All this process, procedures, everyone, the suspects, and know that very well. So when you guys are dealing with the customers or clients who is trying to sell the house, buying the house, you need to look for some red flags. When you see this, you will know, oh, that doesn't sound right. When you see this, the guy show you the ID, the owner of the house, you will say, something's wrong here. The house just been rent for 2 months, and why the owner all of a sudden trying to sell the house. You need to be cognizant about what's happening.
Yeah. So what I said, our suspects are well trained. They know the ins and outs. They know the questions that will be asked of them prior to even you guys asking the questions, because they've been trained. It's like everything. You'll ask certain questions to confirm your regulatory body that governs you, or your regulatory questions that you must ask. They will know the answer specifically from that one, boom, boom, boom. And that's what deals with the banks. They'll walk in. Unfortunately, the banks are the lenders, but usually it's not the lenders are always in on this, right? We've seen, there's 4 things that we always, and that's why it's organized, right? So I can't really speak of that. Yes, we have title insurance. It'll protect the fees and property owners and that, but it hardly is, right? The bank goes after.
And another thing I will see that to protect the property is if you don't have any mortgage on your property, get a line of credit. So, because most of the time they will use your house to get a mortgage. If you own $1 million home, you can get a line of credit for $750. It's easy, right?
What's the percentage of your life?
Percentage. And then if your house has a line of credit, lien for the house, and if other people trying to get the mortgage on the same house, they can't get it. And then you will be notified. And the bank will call you and say, hey, you got a $750 line of credit, why you want more mortgage on your house? You will know that someone is trying to scam you. Yeah.
What if the mortgage is paid off, but it's
not that is the thing. You paid off your mortgage, you get a lien on your house. So I got a lien on my house. I have no mortgage, but I put the line of credit there. Anyone wants to use my house for a second mortgage, I'll be notified. Right?
See, and that's what it is. Like, so you do so well as Canadians, you do so well because that's what you want to pay off your mortgage, and that's the biggest debt you'll ever have in your life is your mortgage. You go to pay off, and then you get stuck with this, and it makes you more susceptible to this scam. There's other things too, right? We can go into fraudulent documentations that you'll be served. If they believe that you can be compromised, they'll bump you. Bump is like how to explain this? It's a terminology we use for trying to find an asset. So I could use an asset now. An asset is a person I can work with that can be part of my organization. Right? You're an asset. You're a realtor. I need you. I also need a lawyer. I also need another realtor. If I need to do bad transactions before, I need a broker or a banker. So that's my asset. We'll do a bump on you. And they'll happen, because they'll do more research. I know I'm going into more of the undercover portion that Nick and I deal with and out in the streets, but it just gives you, be susceptible. You might be given that opportunity to become giving you this forewarning. Don't go down that avenue.
So how did you put the line of credit on your house?
Call the bank.
Yeah. Okay.
You just call the bank.
You don't need to use it, right?
You don't need to use
You don't have to use
that.
it.
It's a line
It's just there.
It's a line of credit. It's a credit. You just say,
Was it
okay, I
65%?
got a credit 100.
65 without HMAI?
75% is easy.
75?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
up to 75% of the total value,
Yeah.
which we don't know. The market right now is kind of
yeah, they're based on the market value. And then if you have the money, you don't use that. But if someone is trying to get the second mortgage, they will look into that. They say, okay, that money belongs to you. Why you want to get more? You want to get more mortgage? You can't get it because 75% is there already. They cannot get more money out.
Come on in.
All right.
More seats right there.
Thank you.
Take Nick's.
Yeah.
So
you don't miss much. That's okay.
So what's your governing body?
Governing body?
Yeah, so for realtors.
RECO, right? RECO.
RICO?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the governing body. So
Insurance is for the property owner or for the realtor?
Title insurance is for the owner.
the owner.
So you own the title. You're the owner of the house. You have the insurance. You buy the insurance that if someone steals your title, you get the insurance. You get the money back.
Yeah.
Right? If someone sold your house, you have the title insurance, you get the money. Either you get the house back or you get the money back.
Kind of like to wrap things up, we talked about everything else between investment frauds. Property is still huge on investments. Here in the instance where you'll be contacted by an investment firm, they'll be investing that. You can go through the OSC to find out if that person is legitimate or that company is legitimate. Remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it likely is. It's not true. Remember, do your research before investing. Do your research into your individual, who you're dealing with in front of you as a realtor. Like do you take it at face value? A guy shows up out of nowhere. Usually in your community, I'll be honest with you, everyone knows each other, right? So it's good. And we've seen it in our investigations. Usually cultures stick with other cultures, but we know it's in our group too, cultures target their own culture.
Yeah.
Because you feel confident, right? When you're talking to somebody, there's the same dialect. You might have came from the same province of the same town that's just further. We had that one too. She gave him $100,000 cash on a pickup. Like it was a guy shows up out of the blue and she's investing $110,000 in cash. She recognized the driver. He's all masked up too. He's up to here. He's like, oh, I know your accent. I said, you're from the same province. Oh, you're from that same town too? Yeah, I'm from the same town too. Right? And he's like, yeah, here you go. 110,000 cash. What do we know, right? So yeah, it happens. Here's our website, yrp.ca. We have crime prevention. We have a fraud prevention. Fraud trends, you can call the office, right? We have that stuff on our website. You guys know all this stuff already. TransUnion, Equifax, CAFSC was our anti-fraud center. They track their analytics and they actually track and don't investigate, but they track the trends. And that's where we mostly get our stents.
They don't do the investigation,
no.
By the way. You have to report to the local police. CFC is managed by the RCMP.
Yeah. So what they get is there are stats portion, right? And then to go about that stat portion, right? You think about it, I think I had some numbers in there, but only 5 to 10% of it is actually reported to the police, right? Because in a mortgage report, you don't even know about it until you go to sell that property and realize that there's a secondary mortgage been put on it, right? Or it's been sold again to another person, and that person, by the time you know it could be years. And you try to track down a person, for us, it's almost next to impossible. We're like, that's a write-off.
So what's the difference between fraud prevention and crime prevention?
There's both crime prevention, but
they're both, yeah.
One
Crime
is focused on fraud. One is
you got two, like,
yeah.
Then the crime prevention is cover other stuff like break and enters, theft, distraction theft, school bullying.
Yeah. So when you look, there's crime prevention, but the crime is an overall umbrella.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure that if you go to our website, you might not want fraud. You want fraud, but you want to, how do you protect yourself in the community, right? Because that's all. Like if I can get you from not going down this pathway and being a victim for any type of criminal activity, I'm happy. I've done my job. I've protected. That's what I joined 22 years ago. I joined not because I want to drive a fast car, right, and put lights on. I joined because I want to help people. I want to be knowledgeable. I want to get out there and talk to you. And that's why Nick begged me to come today.
Yeah, because like a crime prevention is like now it's a holiday season. Like my neighbor is at my backyard. I didn't see her the house lights for the past 2 weeks. Pitch black, no lights, no nothing. I guaranteed she's somewhere in China. Nobody comes to check her property. Nobody helped her to maintain the whatever. It's the target for B&E.
And then you guys go back to China for not just a couple days.
Yeah, that's the target.
Your guys are gone for months to China. Like, and the grass is this high.
Yeah.
I'm hitting that place for sure. I'm gonna destroy the place because I'm gonna kick in the front door. Right? Because that's the best way.
For another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
If he kick the door, steal the stuff, nobody comes for another 2 weeks.
It'll be trivial stuff they'll steal.
When I go out for my vacation, I have friends to check my driveway every day. I give him a key of my house. So I have a timer inside. My lights will come on. It's 4 or 5 o'clock, and shut down at 11 o'clock. And my friend's got my key for the house, key for my car. He's gonna move my car around on my driveway, and then make people think there's someone in the house.
So you're
right?
very technologically savvy.
No, that's
But
okay.
that's easy to do, right?
That's all Chinese. We're all tech savvy, right?
Oh, jeez.
They're not the white guys. White guys.
He works in IT. We had this in a course. I think it was like racism in the workplace. Not all Asian guys work in IT, right? Oh, really? No, all white guys do IT. We do, but we're all Canadian. That's all I can say about everything about this whole thing. I don't see Asian, I don't see black, I don't see white, I don't see purple, I don't see green. I see Canadians. Okay, that's how we have to treat this thing, and that's what we always. Now we can joke about this.
Yeah.
However, you talked about savvy. There is technology out there to help protect prevent. Same with frauds, and same with it. To do your research in mortgage and all that stuff, to do your research in fraud, there's that technology. It's right in front of you. You just learn how to look and research, right? For title scams, title searches, and all that stuff. It's all online. You pay a monthly fee for title searches, right? It's a monthly fee, or
I don't know.
that's a monthly membership. We have it too, like Geo Warehouse. We have Terranet, right? We have the exact same stuff that you guys do, right? Because this is how we do our investigations too. Because we have to know the exact same thing as the bad guy knows, but I got to prove in front of a defense counsel if we even find the guy. Because like I said before, in your title search, I could be not existent of a synthetic identification, or I could be a straw buyer that shows up. And we have a lot of that. Like I live in the Georgina area. We'll have 3 houses bought all in a row with a straw buyer. The guy doesn't exist. Like he was here for 3 months, the 90 days allowed for the visitor permit. He's now gone. So for me to sell that house, hold on a second, he's got to be here because he's got to sign off on the documents. He's not. So then comes the fictitious documentation, the fictitious driver's license.
Oh, we all have DocuSign.
Nobody
showed up.
No one shows up. It's all online. So this is the problem we're having too. Like, do you ever see the suspect? No. Why? It's DocuSign. It's all done in a cent. Yeah. Well, okay, now we can track the IP addresses. That's where there's more to our investigation I can't talk about. Just because you guys go, oh yeah, we'll just do this, we'll just do that, and we'll go through a VPN, and where are we now? Actually, I'm in Taiwan, and really, I'm in Toronto, sitting at Bay Street, right?
Yeah.
Any comments, questions, concerns?
Any questions?
Any questions?
It's a good course on how to commit a crime.
You want to have a course on how to commit a crime?
No, this is a good overview. To teach us how to commit a crime.
Exactly. Yeah.
I have no idea of this.
Because I want to make sure my job is secured for the next for a few years.
What will you pay?
My question is, I received quite a lot scammer calls.
Yep.
Yeah.
When I call back, I
Yep.
did not answer when I call back. The other side is the true person.
Oh,
in
yes.
Canada. They say, oh,
What do you call that, Nick?
I did not call you.
Yeah.
Then
I got the call once. Yeah, because the call display, you can make the phone number whatever. Doesn't matter.
They make it any number.
Any number, like York Regional Police sometimes.
You have it. I bet you have an app on your phone. You do, right? You've got an eSIM card app?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
They can fake any number.
Yep.
Yeah, you can figure.
We all have it. I have it.
Yeah.
We've used it several times.
Yeah.
And then I will just eSIM card it, right? And then I'll just ask for a number and I'll switch. So let's some of the big names. Okay. Fongo. What was the other one? Fongo. I've used that one.
Text now.
I've used one. It's $5.
Yeah.
If I want to switch within the 24 to 40 hour period, I could switch phone numbers. So I can call you from one number. I can go in and get another number. Use the same device because I'm cheap and I don't want that. That's $1,000. So I don't want to get another device. I want to keep the same device. I'll just switch apps, right? And they'll call you. And I'll keep on calling you. And I'll keep on hounding you and hounding you and hounding you until you give up. And it's usually that time. That's when the fraud takes place.
I think the eSIM now is good for to protect yourself as well, We didn't talk about the SIM swap.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
There's a lot of SIM swap. When you change the SIM card, they took the information, and then they use your SIM card to scam your old information. They give you a new SIM card, but they stop it. They will use your old SIM card, get into your bank, and click forgot password. And where they're going to send it, they're going to send the text message to your old SIM card. So you can retrieve the password. They can scam your bank account. So go to eSIM. eSIM is safer, a lot safer. So you don't have a SIM card. Anytime you want a new information, is you use the same eSIM, right? So that's happened to my friend. He switched the SIM card. All of a sudden, his phone didn't work at midnight. Second day, he found his phone doesn't work. He called the routers. They get it back, but his Bitcoin was missing.
Oh yeah, cryptocurrency. We're not even going to go into that. That's a whole other fraud that.
Yeah, now he's using the eSIM.
Your culture, your group
the eSIM.
loves to invest in cryptocurrency. Like he's looking at me like, I don't know about that one. Yes, 100%. You guys fall in love with somebody over online, and next thing you know, you've invested in some firm like we did this morning. Nick and I read an occurrence, and like it's 250 G's easily. Met her like probably 6 weeks ago, 250 G's through a investment farm.
You all know the
online
pig butchering scam.
Yeah, it's called pig butchering. I don't like using that term, but that's what it's called online, right?
Yeah, pig butchering.
Right. So, yeah, cryptocurrency is. I stay away. I tell people it's going to be the death of us, especially in this community. Our community content here is it's going to be. You can't make the 20 or 30 or 40% returns or 100% returns that you're invested in. Like even, like what's I'm just asking with investment, like right now I think returning, if you, the market right now, if you invested in US stock market, let's say NASDAQ or S&P 500, right now we're in an upswing right now, right? Since last year, since the president's cadence, it's right, we're up to 15 to 20%. Like these guys are promising victims 50 to 75 to 100% returns.
Yeah, you can double your old investment in 3 months. It's impossible. All right, that's a scam for sure, right?
It's very attractive.
It is very attractive, and it seems to attract.
That's called greedy. They're attractive. That's called greedy. If you're greedy about money, you'll fall for this.
Yeah. And that's what they pinpoint. That's what the suspects want to find, that greedy person. And it's money, right? You think, hold on, I've got my investment, I've taken it out of the real estate market. I can make more instead of waiting for the real estate market to bounce back up since COVID and that area, because I bought it at a high time. I bought it due 2021, I think so. 2020 was the high mark in the market. We've seen this because we have to investigate this portion. And we buy that, let's say 1.5 million for a house. Right now the market's dipped. What do I do? Right? I've got this big freaking mortgage. I've got everything else. Oh, cryptocurrency. It's all over. Like Trump's putting it out there. Elon Musk. This is the bigger names, right? Dogecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, you name it. And we have a lot of victims.
It's very hard for you guys to track all the crypto.
We track. We have a trace team. Yeah. We have a trace team of three investigators, and that's all they do. It's really a very tedious and time-consuming. We want to stick Nick there, but he's too well involved with the community, and it's very I can't sit there these guys will sit there for 8 hours and they'll track because you can. The ledger is very knowledgeable. So it's like a bank ledger. You can see each individual transaction right to where it is, and then I can go right to a wallet. But the problem we're always dealing, and I can be honest with you, is where it ends up. What currency exchange where it ends up? Is it registered or non-registered? Is it a portion where they keep the information or they don't keep the information, right? And a lot of our stuff is overseas. Seychelles Islands is just an island off of South Africa. The servers there's about 100,000 servers are there. It's a very small island. The police service there is 10 people. right? So we have a little. Oh,
Anytime that if someone asks you to download an app
Yeah.
with a link, this is a scam, right? The legit apps, they're all on the App Store, the Android store. There's some legit crypto platforms, exchanges, right? Like Binance and Coinbase, all that. If they said, okay, I have a new app, download it, I'll send you the link. You click the link, you download it on your phone. It's a scam. Don't do that, all right?
Be your own investor. That's what I always tell my
don't do that.
victims. Be your own investor. Don't
That's-
allow someone else to say, hey,
That's
I need
pig
you,
butchering.
I need you
You'll
to
be
invest
that
in
pig.
this. Here's the wallet.
Right? That's
And you'll
pig
send money.
butchering.
You'll send the 10,000, the 15,000,
You
the 100,000.
send the money to individual person, and then you send a screenshot to the customer service, and then they change the number there. Okay, that's all scams. That's all kind of standard way of doing this scam. Okay, you can download my app. You will see that Bitcoin, whatever there. You send the money to.
It's in real time
account.
too. Like the websites, all right?
Yeah,
The websites
you
you
can too.
download
Yeah.
are in real time. It's quite
And then
elaborate.
you send me the screenshot, that be in your account. Shows that whatever money you just invested as the Bitcoin, as the Ethereum. And then they just
who does crypto here?
And then it's
I forgot to ask the question. Your
Yeah.
crypto?
yeah.
USDT,
So which platform you
Ethereum,
use?
Bitcoin?
When Bitcoin was to 2,800.
Okay, so you're back in just typical to trademark of Bitcoin, right? Okay.
So which platform do you use?
I have my phone, like physical wallet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't trust the platform. Like that, it's been happened so many times. Like,
But which platform you use, which exchange you use to buy and sell?
Oh, that's a secret. We can't talk later.
Yeah.
That's a secret?
Okay. So
You
there's
can,
a lot of
you
like.
can use ShakePay, Coinbase.
Oh, there's a
Binance.
ton of them, like right.
But if you use other platforms,
You have to go through a VPN, right?
I don't trust it.
You go through.
No,
you don't go through a
trust it.
VPN
I don't trust
to
it.
go to. Yeah, you don't trust that. You trust the VPN, right?
No, really no. I don't.
Okay, so we're learning more about him now. Get his name afterwards, Nick. But yeah, so sorry to.
For you guys to recover.
Yeah, recovery.
It's very hard.
It's impossible.
Impossible, yeah. So
Impossible, right? Because where they're located after, where the either ends out, it could be a cold wallet where it's in storage, or it could be to another exchange which is not regulated. Like unfortunately, we're here, we're in Canada, right? We're in the regulation that could be somewhere overseas, which we don't have to, right? Unfortunately, there's some big things, but cryptocurrency seems to be the biggest. After, right? Oh, hi.
Oh, there we go.
But you guys are like overwhelmed with all these.
We are.
Way overwhelmed, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not. Well, we're stable.
We need
we're stable.
more police officers.
More people.
We need
We're,
more
I
police
just I
officers.
pulled my head out. Like I came in to this organization. I don't even have. Oh, I don't. I should show my first ID. Full head of hair. Yeah, but it's prevention, right? If I can prevent you falling or learn how to fall for these scams, whatever scams that were listed, right? I know that to kind of prevent, and then you from becoming, I'm happy, right?
We have a job security. That's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will not. The frauds are there because there's always, like Nick says, there's always a greedy person out there.
What is the maximum age to apply for the job?
The maximum age?
Age, yeah.
65.
65.
Yeah.
From 18 to 65.
18 to
Yeah.
65.
Yeah.
But even you're 65, you have to patrol the street first, right?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Really?
The patrolling the streets are
Yeah.
we did that. We did it for many, many years,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Now we've kind of honed our skills into investigating. Like you don't see us. Like we're hidden.
So even for office jobs, you still have to patrol the street first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before you can get
Yes.
this
Yeah.
office
Yeah.
job. Okay.
We have two jobs, like civilian jobs
Yeah.
and police officer.
Okay.
Police officer, you start on the roll. Civilian job is different. You can do finance, you can do whatever.
Well, you don't have probably.
You don't have
Oh
car.
no, I think it's dead.
Yeah.
You don't have power.
Yeah. That's, yeah.
That battery didn't last long.
Yeah. That's
I gotta get rid of that computer.
Thank you.
okay.
Oh yeah. it's
Any
just-
questions? Yeah.
So if we do believe we run into a fraud, what should we do? Because in one case, I thought I get involved in a fraud case, I went to the police station to report. They asked me to file the report online.
Yeah.
And then after that, nothing happened. Nobody contacted me, nothing.
When did you report?
It was 3-4 months ago, and then I haven't, like they sent me an email, they said here's a case, here's the office I'm being assigned to, but after that nobody contacted me, nobody asked me for any details.
Oh, we're supposed to.
You can send the email to that officer and ask the updates.
Yeah, I just did my updates this morning. I got the same thing. I got an email from 2 of my victims that wanting updates.
I got about 40 cases in my queue.
Yeah, we went to, that's
one person. So you see that we have 25 officers in our unit. I got about 40 cases. I don't know how many cases he's got.
I don't even,
Does the police officer actually investigate?
Yes.
Yeah, we have to, we investigate everyone. Either, so.
Yeah, because that's so many.
How can you have time to
Yeah, we don't have time.
So what do you do? You
Oh
put
gosh.
my case to the bottom. It will take like 5 years.
Yeah.
Well, there's
thank you.
Maybe.
What was
maybe depends on how urgent is that.
How urgent?
you guys?
Big amount.
Guys have gotten in trouble for not responding to victims in a timely manner, right?
Yeah.
There's one that we have a suspect for, beginning of July, but it was issued, came in, I'm gonna say March. That person got a little bit of, got spoken to, let's say that, like got spoken to, right? We have a timetable. If you don't hear a response with us within that week, please, reach out to us, an email, try to call us. Like sometimes, don't forget, this is their, right? So I understand we have 40 to 50 cases in our queue at one point. So we have 50 victims.
You see that we have the emails, and the email is our batch number. Like his batch is 1314 at yrp.ca. When you receive the email about the officer who is in charge of the case, there's a batch number there at the officer name.
Yeah.
You just send him an email, batch number at yrp.ca. Said, hey, I report this. So this is the email I got. How about my case now?
Okay.
Right? So you pretty much remind the officer. He may got like 30, 40 cases there. He didn't even notice there's a new case, right?
Oh yeah, because the way it's terribly the way it's set up. It populates the bottom, and then you're working on your cases, and then you don't see the other one comes in, and then until someone calls you, say, hey, by the way, how's my case going? And you're like, and I'll be honest with you, and I'll tell you right up if I have a case assigned to me, usually I'll tell you right up front, this is what it is.
Yeah.
Not going to happen. And I'll tell you the investigative steps too, and then I'll let you, as the victim, okay, comprehend this. Like you want me to do, okay, how do you think we should do that?
Maybe your case is no damage. Is there a damage there?
Yes, I paid them $15,000.
$15,000
Yes.
for the real estate related or something?
Yes.
Okay.
They said they will do some marketing material for me.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. You think it's a scam, or you think it's just a contract thing?
Fake ID.
Okay.
The office does not exist. After I pay them, they shoot some video for me originally, and then they keep changing the staff, and then I found they don't actually have an office.
Oh, okay.
And even the name they signed with me on the contract was fake.
Okay.
And
All
the
right.
phone number they never pick up. We
All
try
right.
to go to visit them in person, they refuse. So they
Okay.
just kind of disappear.
Oh, okay. All right.
So what does this email you guys then? Directly?
Yeah. Directly. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
1516 at yrp.ca.
1314 at
We do a lot of emails. Like I just got back over 4 days of I did a 4-day Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday holiday, because that's my holidays. I can only take a Friday and a Monday off every so often.
Yeah,
because we're so busy.
We only work 4 days a week.
That's it?
3 days off,
No wonder you guys
4
are
days a week.
understaffed.
Yeah.
We're like we're
he's got
getting
how
more
many
people, but
holidays?
it's just
We have a full year. What's your holidays, vacations hours? You're at 280 now?
Oh, I can't. 240, I think. It's
240. I'm at 240 as well. So plus the stat time, 130 a year. So we have about 9 weeks holidays a year for two of us.
If we could take them.
Yeah.
And it's
we
very.
have to. We have to take 9
Yeah, but
weeks
mine got
holidays.
canceled.
You got to cancel?
Mine got canceled, boss.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, mine got canceled.
You're more important than me. I know. So they canceled
mine got
yours.
canceled, so I lost my holidays. I had to come back, which is okay with me because
It's not turned over for the next year?
No, we cannot. We have to use them.
So it's use them or lose them. So and you're taking it
use
off
that.
because we don't want to pay you out. Anyways, that's a worker thing. But my job is here today, of course, is to get a. Nick says, I want to talk about realtor and mortgage. Well, that's only a little portion of fraud. Like, there's all the other stuff. Like, we could talk about fake and forged documentation, which plays a prime example into what you'll see and what to look for when you're dealing with a new client of yours coming into the market. And how do you recognize? How do you think that document's not real, or that he's giving me employment documentation?
Yeah, for lease, a lot of potential tenants, they are submitted fake.
That's all fake.
Yeah.
Right?
Pardon my language. We've dealt with that. It's just
as long as
hilarious.
you get the money, the for landlord is okay, but there's a lot of issues, landlord-tenant stuff. It's a pain in the ass.
It is.
The police will not get involved. As long as there's no criminal offense, you got to go to the tribunal.
That's the whole thing with the documentation.
Yeah.
Like what's presented to you, right? What employment documentation is presented to you, right? What driver's license? And no, of course, no one keeps the documentation. They just show you to it. Like, yeah, I work here. And no one keeps that documentation. It's like, so what do you present to you? It was fake. Would you have it? No, I had to give it back to him. Right?
Yeah.
So, try to photocopy that doc. If they don't want you to photocopy document, well then, I don't want you as a leasee.
When I was in the 2 district uniform, when I did my patrol, we got landlord tenant tribunal person to come here to do the training for us, for police officers. First thing he said, anyone is a landlord here? Nobody raised their hand. He said, it's good. If you are not a landlord, don't try to be a landlord in Ontario. Okay? Yeah. Yeah.
I have a question. So
Okay.
we mainly talk about like fraud and everything. So you do have other units, for instance, like do you have a department for money laundering?
Money laundry, we're doing that. That's our unit.
Us.
That's your,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we do everything. And everything related to the fraud.
Yeah.
Money
Anything
laundering, fraud,
it's financial crimes.
financial crime.
Financial
Yeah.
crimes.
Yeah.
We're the
Okay,
crime.
so my following question would be this. So some of us may experience this. So when we have a matter that we thought this is criminal charge, this is criminal offense, and we try to report it to the police, and the answer we got is we have to contact our own lawyer. So it somehow we thought this is like a criminal offense, but it turns out we have to go through a long, expensive civil litigation. So how do we determine if this is civil or this is criminal?
That's us. We'll determine if it's criminal or civil. You can have both. Like I'll be honest with you, we've dealt with both criminal aspect of it, and we've dealt with the civil portion, because you can still have two investigations, because they're two separate investigations,
yes.
right? So you have the criminal portion, which the officer or the investigator will deem as there's a criminality, and that we can prove it, right? Is the evidence to prove it. The civil portion we don't deal with, but the victim or complainant will go along that. They'll hire a lawyer or whatever, or they'll go to small claims. You can go to small claims up to what, 25 now? 25,000, but usually.
The thing is that for police officers, we're only responsible to lay the criminal charges. We are not going after the money. So we are not getting the money for you. We lay the charge, we send the suspect to court, and the court will do the legal process, and they can do the restitution to ask the person to pay the money back. But it's not our job. That is, sometimes the restitution is not a lot, and after the whole criminal court process, the victim has to go to the civil court to get the more money back.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's I guess my other question would be like sometimes we think we have to gather like a certain amount of evidence to be present to make a case that's presentable to you guys. I guess my question is what's the threshold to make a case that's presentable to you?
I would treat that as an individual basis, right? Unfortunately, we can't get into semantics of what reasonable probable grounds is different than reasonable probabilities, but that's a criminal portion, right? We're not going to get into that right now because I can talk about that for the next hour and a half, but you guys will be like, I'm sweating as it is. I can feel everything. So what I would do is when you believe what is criminal, what you believe is criminal, reach out to us. You have Nick's got, do you have cards, Nick?
No. He has. He has my information.
So I don't mind taking telephone calls to go over specifics of what you believe, and then I could spitball with you back and forth. Same with you, any type of financial crime, I could back and forth with you, and we can come up with where we want to be. Does it fit under our umbrella of a criminal charge, or does it fall under the umbrella of a civil portion, right?
Okay.
Right? Or is there another regulatory body in the province of Ontario or Canada that can deal with that, right? Like who oversees you guys, we talked about that. We talked about who oversees other organizations. Can I direct you to that regulatory body to report it, right?
So when we say that if it is criminal, we got to go back to the definition. So definition of fraud, we have to go back. If you say that that's not criminal, and you're gonna better go to the civil rule. So we have to go back to the definition of the fraud.
Yeah.
Definition of fraud is the people have the intention to defraud you with the money.
Deceit or falsehood,
Yeah.
right?
So we have to prove the intention there.
It might not even be a fraud.
Yeah, when you guys start doing the home rent or the marketing of that, dealing with real person, and then the company fail to produce the result, that's a civil matter. That's a civil matter with the contract, right? So we have to prove the intention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
我想问一个问题，就是那个现在车的年审呢在 online 申请不用实地贴。
对，不用了。
不用了，就是他发个邮件过来就可以了。
对，你发个邮件在那儿重新做一下。renew 一下就完了，也不交钱了。谢谢。Something about vehicle. That's not police matter. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. As a realtor, when we search the property, we always concerned about the accident happened in that property. What's the easy way we can search the history? I know there's a certain website, but I could not remember. Is there any easy way? Just a Google or any accident happen, you post it public or inner?
No, we don't post that thing. If something happened in the property,
no.
we don't say anything.
Because it would be a huge database, right?
Yeah.
And we'd be.
I think that's the requirements from
be very
your
subjective,
guys, right? If something happened, they have to put some information on the property.
We need to disclose.
Yeah, you need to disclose stuff. Yeah, but we don't disclose.
Not on the time of signing, though. By the way, to let you know, it's been done.
Yeah.
It's been done. No.
But we don't post anything. Like someone's homicide happened in the certain address. We don't do that.
No.
We don't do that. No. It's because you're concerned about dead bodies, homicide, all that. We don't disclose.
The realtor know about it. You can see the chalk outline.
Any other questions, guys?
Questions, comments, concerns?
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. No problem. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Nick, I'm going to go this way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.